Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now guys, this story that I am about to bring you speaks to the attitudinal rankadede self-interest mindset that sits at the heart of the malaise that afflicts the Nigerian state. So this story that I'm about to bring you now is a microcosm of the real problem that afflicts us in that country, and that really afflicts that country as an entity by itself. So guys, I bring you this. Fani Kayode counters Dele Momodu over Buhari. So that's the headline. Fani Kayode counters Dele Momodu over Buhari. So now to the body of the story. Former Aviation Minister Femi Fani Kayode and the publisher of Aviation magazine Dele Momodu have clashed on the status of President Muhammadu Buhari. Momodu, a former presidential aspirant, had in a tweet noted that only Buhari, who he described as the father of the nation, can stop the imminent collapse of Nigeria. According to him, only one man can stop the imminent explosion, and that is the father of the nation, President Muhammadu Buhari. In a swift reaction, however, Fani Kayode countered Momodu, saying that Buhari cannot stop the imminent explosion. He also said that Buhari should not be called the father of the nation. Fani Kayode tweeted, "Buhari cannot stop the imminent explosion because he is the cause of it. Buhari is not the father of the nation, he is the father of the Fulanis." So now, this really, the counter by Femi Fani Kayode we'll get to in a moment, but really first we start off with the Dele Momodu comment. So Dele Momodu has always been of that ilk. He's an Owambe sort of guy who studied, I think, Yoruba at Unilag, and is always kowtowed and done oraisa to the powers that be and the rich. He's been doing this since the Abiola days. He will fun and read poetries to them. He is a notorious and a veritable praise singer and ass licker, and he has always been like that. So now him now saying Buhari is the person that can solve the problem of Nigeria and Buhari is the father of the nation is him effectively saying oraisa to Buhari, kowtowing to him as he always kowtows to the powers that be, rolling on the floor and doing agberi and praise singer and all this kind of behavior just to show his loyalty to Buhari, so that he can then approach a ministry and he will then have that favor within whatever it is that he's searching for to get from government. And of course his money is always at the end of it, because this is what he does and this is how he has built his empire or his comfort or whatever it is that he has. This is how he has always been, and sadly a lot of Nigerians are like that. You will recall that even during the Abacha era there were all these sort of noise making and praise singers, almost verbatim the same words were said about Abacha, that Abacha is the only one that can rule Nigeria, is the greatest thing since sliced bread, that if Abacha is not there the country will collapse, etc. Even though Abacha, like Buhari, is the one that is actually at the heart of the problems that that country has. He was brutalizing the whole nation, killing and looting all the way throughout I think the 4 years or 5 years that he was there, and it's only now that we are now seeing just the level of looting that Abacha guy did. We've been recovering, I think we've recovered close to $5 or $7 even billion from that Abacha family now, and that's not even the tip of the iceberg of what they stole. So you can really imagine the level of looting that this guy did in just that short space of time. And this is the sort of praise singing, this sort of praise singing that Dele Momodu is doing to Malam Buhari. Is the sort of praise singing that people were doing to Abacha as well, that is the greatest ever, that is the greatest thing that the world has ever seen, and all this kind of nonsense. So this is now this sort of behavior that they have carried through again, because this sort of behavior always serves them well. So he will make this a series of these types of comments on how great and how a uniting force Buhari is, etc. And then after he's done that over a short period of time, he will then arrive at Aso Rock, maybe via Yemi Osinbajo or something to go and do some oil deal or whatever it is, some $50 million or whatever, however much he imagines his payoff to be. This is their raison d'etre, this is their shtick, this is their calling card, and this is how they play their own politics. This is a person that lives within the Nigerian state, is a person that works within media, and is a person that is aware of the goings on in Nigeria. So for him now to say Buhari is the father of the nation, really it is stretching credulity to his barest. In fact, it's an outright lie. It's not even stretching credulity rather is an outright lie. So now the direct opposite of what is said is exactly the case. So we then go on to the Femi Fani-Kayode repost, his counter, his clap back. So now Buhari is not anything to do with Nigeria. Buhari is everything to do with his Fulani tribe. He has always favored this Fulani tribe, and if you look at all of the appointments, a good majority of them, a good 70 to 80% of the appointments made under the first 4 years, the first term of the Buhari regime, were Hausa, Fulanis and Northerners. So anytime that they announce a PAMSEC, a head of a parastatal, an important person within the structures of governance, is either Danladi or Mukhtar or Abubakar, etc. So if your name is Uche, do not come anywhere near the Buhari regime. And if your name is Bayo or Ade or whatever, just keep your distance, because the regime has, without any disguise, been about Mukhtar and Danladi, etc. Even though Danladi is actually Danladi know nothing, because a lot of them, they're just dumb heads that they put in all these places, and we have seen the impact of that's led Nigeria to the poverty capital of the world. So now it is this real thing within the I don't want to narrow it down to the Yorubas, but the Yorubas do it better than anyone else, and Dele Momodu is a prime example of this sort of behavior. This sort of rapala, rolling on the floor, begging almost, or Oraisa kind of, this sort of Oraisa mentality that people will overlook anything just to get a little bit of what they want, a little bit of a piece of the pie. This sort of mindset that this Dele Momodu has just demonstrated yet again. Imagine that, describing Buhari as the father of the nation. When has Buhari ever done anything to favor anybody outside of his tribe? Buhari is the most tribalistic president that the country has ever had. Buhari, without question, is the most tribalistic president that the country has ever had. And we have had all manner of people. The fairest, whether you like him or not, Obasanjo was the fairest in terms of appointment president that Nigeria ever had, because Obasanjo only had one criteria for appointing anybody into post. He will say, go and get me a short list, and then you go and get that short list, and they will say, who is the best in the country for this position? And they will say, this person is the best in the country for this position, and then he will immediately have that person's appointment letter typed, and that person is appointed. All of these people made their El-Rufai made his name under Obasanjo. All of these people made their name under Obasanjo. Obasanjo's national security advisor was a northerner. Buhari, El-Rufai was a northerner. Abubakar Atiku was a northerner. A lot of Igbo people came out of that Obasanjo regime. A lot of Yoruba people also who were of merit and deserving of positions came out of that Obasanjo regime. Babangida was like that too. Babangida will tell you, go and get me the best. He made Ransom Kuti, I can't remember his first name, the doctor one, the medical doctor. He made that guy in charge of the medical services for Nigeria, even though the guy's younger brother, Fela Kuti, was fervently opposed to Babangida, and he was constantly lambasting him at the shrine and mocking him and ridiculing him, but he still picked his brother to be the minister of health, because he felt that that guy would serve that purpose the best. So this is somebody that looked across the board also to find whoever he felt was the best fit to tackle the need of the nation. But Buhari would never look at the last Inspector General General of Police, Ibrahim Idris, a complete dunce who completely ravaged and destroyed the police services through bribery and corruption, and more importantly, ineptitude. He would never allow that. And look at when Osinbajo was forced to sack Daura as the, I think, DSS guy, and he appointed a man from the south, because that man was the next senior, and the only thing that was left was for Buhari to come back from his medical visit in England to come and appoint that guy and give him his formal letter. As soon as Buhari came back from his medical trip to England, he dismissed the guy immediately and got another northerner there. Even though everybody was saying that, look, this is an opportunity now to show that you don't have this nepotism, he ignored that completely and just sacked the guy and put another northerner there. Look at Walter Onoge. He found a way to sack Walter Onoge. You remember there was a lot of cry to make Walter Onoge the justice chief then for Nigeria, or before he became the justice chief of Nigeria. But as soon as he became the justice chief of Nigeria, Buhari and El Rufai immediately looked for some sort of obscure technicality to get rid of him, and they didn't replace him like for like with somebody from another region. No, it's the guy from his own region that he appointed. And meanwhile, this Tanko guy that I appointed is a real dunce, by the way, because when the guy was at the Senate, when he was being screened, they asked him why judgments were being done on a technicality, and he couldn't even understand what a technicality is. So the Senate had to explain to him what a technicality is, and the guy was using an example. This Tanko, he was saying, if I'm driving a plane that they get experts, because he's not an expert. Say, for instance, I cannot drive a plane because if you see me driving a plane, you will not enter the plane. Who drives the plane? If a 10-year-old boy says somebody is driving a plane, you will slap him and go to his school to check the credentials of his teacher, because you want to ask the teacher then that, do you drive a plane or do you fly a plane? And this is somebody that claims to have a PhD, by the way. So a real dunce, you know. But this is really the thing. The only criteria for the Buhari regime is for you to be from the north and for you to be of his religion. Whether you know anything about anything is immaterial. It's only Nigeria now. You're only there to collect the Niger Delta oil money, and if everything collapses, you close your borders and form your Fulani nation, and that's the end of it. So for this guy Dele Momodu to now be calling Buhari the father of the nation, it now speaks to that real begging, almost Rankadede mindset that lies at the heart of the malaise that afflicts the Nigerian nation. A real shameful thing. Conversations in the comment section is what I am inviting. Which side of the divide are you on? Are you with Dele Momodu and in agreement that Malam Buhari is indeed the father of the nation, or do you agree with the way Femi Fani-Kayode clapped back? Come share your thoughts with me in the comment section. But before you come share those thoughts with me in the comment section, click on the red subscribe button so it turns gray. Bell button notifies you every time I drop a new video. Then come tell me what your thoughts are in the comment section. So I'll leave you here, carry on with you there, but here I say peace.